Hey, I'm Jillian Rose Reed, and I've been obsessed with design my entire life. Now I invite you to tag along as I explore some seriously unconventional spaces. We're talking everything from container homes to cutting-edge 3D printed marvels, architectural tree houses, a mini Hobbit home, and much, much more, all with its own unique vibe. I'm on a mission to find out what makes living in the extraordinary so irresistible. This is Alt Home. Once upon a time, there was a girl who lived in a big city, but what she really wanted was to live somewhere magical. Wait, where are we? What did I just walk into? This feels like a little slice of magic. There's things growing out of the walls. There's so many things to look at. I feel like I'm in the middle of Disneyland, yet I'm pretty sure I'm still in a big city. Oh my gosh, this place is absolutely magical. I kind of get butterflies being here. There is something interesting to look at every single inch of this home. The actual architecture of this building is just something to marvel at. The roof and the shingles, they look like a true fairy tale Hobbit home. The stucco on the side of the house, the use of wood, the windows. Don't even get me started on the windows. This place is my fairy tale dream come true. Just want to come and say hi to my turtle friends. Come on, turtles. Ha ha ha. Hoo, 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 hoo. Ha, 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 ha. Welcome, friends. Hi, guys. Oh, look, they're all coming over to me. I don't have any food, but I have friendship and love. You know, I've been known to serenade turtles once or twice in my life. And check out these chains. Wow, these chains look authentic. Yep, they're real. I'm pretty sure Vince lives behind this tiny little door, but let's find out.
Hello.
Hi, Vince, I'm Jillian.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, welcome to the Hobbit house.
Yay, let's go in. Vince, thank you so much for inviting me to your absolutely magical Hobbit home.
I've been here 22 years and it's nice to show the place off.
So I have so many questions about this space specifically, but let me just get an overview and history of this entire little complex first.
Well, Papa Joseph initially bought the main house, and it was just a boring old house.
Now, is Papa Joseph a nickname, or was
that's
that
what we call him, as Papa. He's
Joseph.
long gone. He's not my dad, but he bought this regular house, and there's another regular house behind it, just completely boring. So he decided to do all this. He was a shipbuilder. And then he bought this land at the same time. And then what he did is he had this one built, and then he built that one himself, his own hands.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. What made you want a place like this?
Well, I was living across the street, and I was walking around the block for exercise, and I saw this little for rent sign. And I said, okay. So I went in and I talked to Martha. She's older. She's elderly at that point. So I went and I filled out an application, and I got some financial statements. I had this package because I wanted this place bad.
Sure.
So I went in and I presented her all this stuff, and she looks up at me and she says, "Do you like cats?" And I'm like, you know, I was a dog person, I still am. And I said, yeah, I like cats. She said, okay, hands everything back without looking at it. You can move in. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's incredible. So I imagine that this is a close-knit community living in these little bungalows.
Yeah, we got the old timers. There's 3 of us that have been here forever. I've actually been here the shortest, and it's rent controlled. So the rent is cheap. And
Nice.
Martha didn't raise the rent ever.
Wow, well, thank you, Martha.
Yeah, and so us old timers, you'll have to bury us here. We're never leaving.
No,
Yeah.
never. It's interesting, too, because you have these beautiful little cottages in the middle of these Los Angeles high-rise apartments. I mean, what is that like for you?
You know, I don't complain. There's more people, and it gives me better shade now, so it just doesn't bother me.
Probably
But,
some good acoustics when you play your guitars.
yeah.
That's awesome. So the first thing that I felt when I walked into this space was that it did feel ship-like, which is interesting because I didn't know that I would feel that outside, but inside
Yeah.
it does feel like you're in a ship.
Yeah, and Papa did. He was a shipbuilder. And that little piece there with the ship and the calendar and all that, it looks like it was made for this place. My daughter found it and gave it to me for a Christmas, and I said, wow, it looks exactly like what Papa would have done.
Like it should come with the building.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what we're in right now, this is your apartment.
Yes.
Vince, she's a little tiny.
It is. You got to get used to it.
How many square feet are we in here right now?
I think the whole place has 208.
Wow.
And the living space is like 97 or something. I don't know. It's small.
So it's just this room and that bathroom, right?
Well, there's a closet right there that doubles as a dark room. I made it into a dark room, and when I make the bigger prints, I have to develop them out here.
I would have never known there was a closet over there if you didn't point it out.
Yep.
What is it like functioning in a space that is this awesome but this tiny?
You know, at first you think you can't do it, but you can. It's not that bad.
Where do you cook?
Right behind you, there's a door that opens under that coffee maker, and there's a hot plate. And you can do quite a bit.
You have genuinely made the most of this space. And I gotta say, I think I could live here. This feels really quaint and cozy.
It's cozy, and it's all hand built. That dresser, when I moved in, I was so excited. I took all the drawers out, took them out, aired them out, lined them, put them back. They wouldn't go back in. And I'm like, oh God, I've broken it.
I ruined it.
I've ruined it. And I found out, well, they're custom made. They're not the same size, so they won't fit. You gotta put them in the right slot.
Oh, you're right. That is so fun and unique.
Yeah.
And you've done a great job with your storage and that beautiful curved wood. I mean, you really have made the most of this beautiful space.
Made the most, to say the least.
I love it. I would kill for some wood paneled walls like these.
These are nice, yeah.
Vince, there are a lot of details that I want to check out outside. Can you give me an outdoor tour?
I sure can. I'll give you the nickel tour. Let's go.
All right. I'm sorry, are we at Disneyland? This is magic. Wow, Vince, I'm so happy you walked me over here because this might be my favorite spot. Now, this is considered the main house, right?
Yep, this is the main original house.
What I think is the most incredible about this space is that everywhere you look, there's something. This space feels so whimsical, but it also feels very intentional. I mean, we have bottles and ropes hanging from the ceiling. We have these beautiful windows with these stained glass pieces. And this fireplace made out of brick coming out of this incredible stucco, I gotta say, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, it's great. And you're right about that. Papa was intentional. I mean, everything has a purpose, and it's special.
Special is the right word. I think that's the feeling I get when I'm in this space. It's very special. I have to imagine it's really peaceful living here because let's not fool everyone. We're in the middle of Los Angeles. We're in between skyscrapers. There's noises, there's construction. But when you're in this space, it feels so homey and quiet. Is it peaceful living here?
It is. As soon as you walk onto the property, it's like you went into another dimension, and all of this other stuff dissolves away, and it's just peaceful.
Especially with this water feature and the turtles over there. You got it made here.
Yeah, thank you.
I am not surprised that Vince chose to move here over 20 years ago and never left. And you know what? The fact that his place is pretty tiny doesn't even matter, and it just goes to show home is where the heart is. He's made this place work for him, and it is absolutely beautiful. I do have a question.
Okay.
Is there enough room for me in this building?
Well, if one of us moves out,
Call me.
I will.
I'm number one on the wait list.
Sounds good to me.
Deal. Vince, we're seeing a lot of cool homes, but this is such a special place. I'm just so blown away by the fact that this little magical gem is smack dab in the middle of Los Angeles. This truly feels like a slice of magical heaven, so thank you so much for allowing me to come and explore this home.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much,
All right.
Vince. When I heard about the house that was literally built into a bridge, I knew I had to check it out. I've only ever heard of trolls living under bridges, but fun fact, this house caused quite a stir when it hit the market. Wait, where is it? Am I supposed to go down these stairs? I'm not really sure where we are. I'm a little scared, a little nervous.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm Jillian.
Nice to meet you, Jillian. I'm Doug Lee with Compass. I'm the listing agent for the home. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you for having me.
This is the actual owner, Dwayne Carlo Crum.
Nice to meet you, Dwayne Carlo Crum. Thanks for having me.
Well, nice meeting you, Jillian. I'm glad to have you here.
I have so many questions for you. But first, I want to ask you a few questions, Doug, just about the property in general.
Sure.
So I know you have tons of experience selling alt homes like this one. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of this very awesome bridge home?
Yeah, so this home was built in 1949, shortly after, they basically had a mixed-use portion where upstairs they were selling like shoe insoles. So I presume that the actual owner lived underneath here. In LA, there's tons of old homes everywhere. We love the mid-century, we love the old character homes.
It's really cool to see that there's people who still really value some of the more alt homes, like this one that has so much story behind it.
I think what really helped with this home specifically was the whole novelty that was on a bridge, which is so cool. So after we posted it online, a website picked it up, it went viral really quick, and I saw it on every outlet out there possible.
Well, that leads me to Dwayne. Tell me about your experience buying this home. Why did you want this place?
I was looking on just sort of surfing the internet, and I saw the arch of the bridge, and I said, wow, that's really unique. And then I kept reading, it says, Alhambra. I must have gone by it, a million times, right? How come I don't know about it? And so I decided I'm gonna, drive over and take a look.
Now, when you drove over, could you find it?
I found it, but of course what I saw was, I was up there on Main Street, and all I saw was the roof. And then I went down, and when I went down there, I did see the view that I'd seen in the picture.
Now, what drew you to this type of home in general? Had you lived in alt homes before?
No. So this was totally different than anything I've ever done. But when I looked at this and I got to see inside, and I realized that it was very unique, right? I decided that I really wanted to buy the house. I said, they're not gonna be selling another bridge house like this next year, right?
No.
Or 5 years.
Doug, are they?
No.
No.
I don't think that there has been one. One thing that really helped you guys was that you guys utilized a strategy, we call it an escalation clause, which means that he's willing to outbid the next buyer. So that number was above the winning price. So then that's how he's able to top out, and that's the way.
I remember when this thing hit the market. I mean, it exploded. This house literally went viral. Dwayne is really lucky to have been able to grab it. Dwayne, I can see that this place is under construction.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do once you're done?
As you can see, it's very small, and this is the main room. It's like a studio.
Yep.
And I decided to make it the Santorini room. I've been to 98 countries.
Wow.
Santorini is one of the most beautiful places. It's got the white buildings with the blue domes.
Yep.
I can't bring Santorini, Greece to Los Angeles, but oh yes, I can.
You can.
I can. I'll make
can.
this room like Santorini. And so that's what you're seeing here is like the first steps on that.
What do you love about this place?
Well, one thing I mentioned to you is how quiet it is. And it is Main Street. There is a lot of traffic up there, right? So it can actually almost be like a fortress of solitude, right?
It is very peaceful down here. It is very quiet. It's almost like you are rebranding that old troll living under a bridge story, and you've made it into a real fairy tale place.
Yeah.
I heard there's a special sign that comes with this property.
Oh yes. We have a special sign right here.
Wow.
And it has the arch.
Yep, the
very
famous
much.
arch.
And again, the Bridge House of LA, so.
This
there we
is
go.
awesome. I mean, this space is just so cool and so unique. This is absolutely wild. I truly could have never guessed in my whole life that I will be able to visit a house under a bridge. I do notice that there's a couple other spaces. Do you mind if I just kind of take a look around?
Sure.
Awesome.
We gotta go see those other rooms.
Cool.
Yes.
Thanks, you guys. Dwayne, this is so amazing. I know that Doug had to go sell another house, so thank you for letting me look around. I've got one more question for you.
Oh, sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about the glittery floors in here?
When I got the bridge house, I also realized that it was a unique floor because it is the bridge. You are physically standing on the bridge,
Wow,
right?
yeah, right.
So a restaurant in North Hollywood had the floor like that, and I said, well, that's what I would need. I like the glitteriness to it. I like the clearness to it. You would actually be seeing the bridge.
Great. So it's gonna sparkle all throughout.
Oh yeah, it'll sparkle all throughout. But
Like a true fairy tale home.
like a true fairy tale.
This place must really mean a lot to
Oh
you.
yeah, it does. I'm very happy to be the caretaker, as it will, of the bridge house. while I'm
Amazing.
alive.
And I'm honored to have been able to tour it. So thank
Oh,
you
it's
so
been
much.
an honor to have you, Jill.
You
It's
shared
been a
your
pleasure.
fairy tale with me, and
It's a
I'm
very
so
pleasure.
excited. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
I gotta say, this home actually really surprised me. I was a little nervous when I heard house under a bridge. I didn't know what kind of troll I was gonna meet, but this property is actually really cool. It's small, but it doesn't really feel small when you're inside of it. It's got this beautiful window that overlooks the actual bridge. The kitchen is small, but it's really quaint and unique. He did something really cool with the floors and the glitter. So the space itself feels calming. It's like away from this main street. You're kind of in the midst of all of these trees. It's a very unique property that I definitely didn't expect to be as cool as it actually is. If you're interested in something even more whimsical on the fairy tale scale, I've got something fun to show you. Hello, are you Deb?
Yes.
I'm Jillian. It's nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Come
Thank
on
you for
in.
having me.
Of course.
Wow. I feel like I need to take a deep breath because walking up to this home, it is so beautiful. You see this incredible turret. You can see the windows from the outside. And let me tell you, the roof is spectacular. It does not get more fairy tale than that. I am sitting in my actual dream home. You must be Ella.
Yes.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
I'm Jillian. Thank you. Dave?
How'd you know?
I took a wild guess.
Good guess.
Nice
Pleasure.
to meet you. I mean, I cannot wait to really just get a whole tour of this home, but already there's so many things I'm noticing. I mean, I entered through a turret, which was incredible. These windows are just to die for. Is this chandelier original?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you have to do any updates when you guys moved in?
Not really.
Not really, no.
These are the original hardwood floors with the inlay and all of that.
There's a lot of whimsy here. For instance, the alcove. Who has that in their house anymore? Nobody.
Nobody.
Right?
I've never seen anything like that.
Well, and you can see the ceiling is this, I don't even know what to call any of this.
It's that
that
uneven plaster.
rounded
Yeah.
thing, and the acoustics in here are perfect.
Does that mean you're a musician?
It does.
Are you all musicians?
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not a musician, I'm a drummer. These are the jokes. Go ahead.
Ba-dum,
Boom. Exactly.
So do you make music? Do you play music? Do you sing? Do you write? What do you do?
Everything but sing.
Everything but sing. So who sings in the family? You guys are singers.
We're
That's
both
amazing.
songwriters.
This space must spark so much creativity.
You wrote a lot of
Yeah,
songs
I-
at that piano.
Like
Wow.
the piano over there, it's like a 100-year-old piano, and I've honestly written my best songs there because I think a huge part of creativity is finding a space that like really sparks it, and this house is like the #1 space that I feel the most safe to like feel my feelings and write.
When you enter this home, you can feel the love, you can feel the joy, you can feel the creativity, and honestly, you can feel the talent that lives inside these walls. So how long have you guys lived in the house?
30 years.
30 years. And what initially drew you to a home like this?
Oh, I mean, my gosh. We drove up and saw the leaded glass windows and the turret, and I said, okay, that's it. I don't even care what the inside looks like. But then we got in here, and there's so much character and all of the detail and everything was intact.
Wow, that is so lucky. This is such an incredible space. I would love to see the rest of the home. Can I have a tour?
You sure can.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There's a lot of different ways that we can get our fairy tale vibes on. You know, we've seen the Hobbit home, which was a lot smaller, different in shape and size, and now we're coming here to this almost Snow White castle-esque building. It's so interesting architecturally how many different sides to the story you can really see. The fairy tale story, the storybook story. Found it. Oh my gosh, what an incredible space. Tell me about the heart of the home. Is everything original in here?
Most everything, yeah. So all this backsplash is
Yeah.
all original.
Wow.
And we love that. We had these redone, but just basically redoing what was there.
You guys are helping me out because I'm remodeling my home and I'm trying to convince my husband that a tile countertop is the way to go.
It's the way to
So thank you. 1 point for me. Oh my gosh, did you always want to bring your friends here because you have the coolest house ever?
Yeah, like growing up, I would tease it a little. Like I was always like, oh, like my house is kind of like a castle. And being little, my friends were like, oh yeah, right. And they would come in, they'd be like, this is where you live? Like all the sleepovers were here. We would play princesses and get up in our dresses and everything just because they felt like they were in a castle.
Oh, that is so much fun. I kind of want to come to a sleepover now here with you at this house. I'm gonna walk around and see if Cinderella's here because I'm pretty sure this is the house that would break the curse. I gotta ask about this bright pink fridge. Tell me about this.
Well, this is Ethel, and I don't remember how we named her, but she just seems like an Ethel. to
She
me.
does seem like an Ethel. So she's not original to the home.
No.
She
no.
kind of looks like she's
I
made to
know,
be here
that's
though.
why she's there.
Good job. We
Thank
love
you.
Ethel.
Yeah, we love Ethel. That leads us to the breakfast room. And that's my favorite room in the house because I sit there every morning and have my coffee and watch the world go by.
Can we check it out?
We can.
Let's do it.
So here's my favorite room for many reasons. One, the ceiling is incredible, right?
Original curio cabinets
Yes.
built in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, these
I
are
know.
absolutely gorgeous.
I know, I loved it.
This house is just, it's whimsical everywhere you look. And it's so
Exactly.
awesome that you just came in and restored what was already here instead of changing everything to make it brand
Right.
new.
That's
Oh,
the
I'm
goal.
really into that. I'm really into that.
I feel like you and I need to go vintage shopping together.
Yes. And her. We love
Okay,
it.
let's
We
do
love
it. Let's plan a girls' day because you guys
Let's
have
do a
the
flea market.
same taste as I do, and this house is absolutely incredible.
Aw, thank you.
I can see why you love to spend so much time in this room. I mean, every detail is amazing, but let's talk about this ceiling. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Inside that room, you're immediately drawn up to this incredible domed ceiling that has this very whimsical plaster on it, and it is something so unique. I think I would spend every single day in there. I think this is really what gives this space the true storybook fairy tale feeling,
Yeah.
is this absolutely gorgeous ceiling. Thank you so much for letting me experience this. Wow, what a beautiful dining room. Can you tell me a little bit about this space?
Oh yeah, we love it. You know, the rounded ceilings and the uneven plaster, and the light fixtures are original. It's pretty cool.
It is so cool, and I love that you have the rounded ceilings all the way throughout. There's that consistency there, but it also just draws your eye up and makes the space feel so big and so homey.
Yeah.
The lead glass windows, I mean, truly this place feels like a piece of history. I gotta ask about these columns. These are incredible.
I know. Those used to be wooden
Wow.
before they put plaster over them.
I'm like so excited about this house, I can't even contain it. What is your favorite thing about living in a home like this?
I honestly can really feel the energy of this house, and I feel like it's really good, positive energy. It feels warm and it feels like home.
So this is a historical home. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, we got historical status through the Glendale Historical Society and the City of Glendale. But you have to have 2 out of the 3 criteria. One of them is the architectural style, so that's one we had with the California Storybook. And the other one was if somebody famous or historical lived in the home. So who lived here, believe it or not, was the heavyweight boxing champion of the world in 1922.
What?
We happen to have a picture of him.
Yeah.
Where?
A photo.
This is Jess Willard.
Sitting right here.
Sitting right here in this window on a different piano, obviously. But it's pretty cool.
You guys, this has been absolutely, literally magical. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful storybook home with me.
Thank you for coming in.
Anytime. Well, then I'll be back.
Okay.
This house is like Snow White's castle. There's something to look at every turn. There's beautiful windows. There's high arched ceilings. There's original fixtures everywhere. And this family has done such a beautiful job of restoring some of these older pieces, bringing in furniture that feels right for the time and right for the home. I'm blown away and so grateful to be able to see something as beautiful and historic as this home.